evening, baseball fans, and welcome here to the Waupun as we get ready for some American Legion post-210 baseball. As the post-210 Wild Turkeys are going to be taking on Beaver Dam post-146 here in tonight's contest. We'll go through the defensive set, and we'll go through each of the players as I'm still continuing to mess with the setup and get everything rolling. Apologize that I haven't been on the air for the last 2 weeks. I went on vacation, and then I've had some conflicts. But we're here for, I think this is the second to last regular season contest. There might be more besides that, but this will be the last one at home. Starting tomorrow is going to be 16U Junior Legion Tournament. And on following week, starting on Friday, there's going to be the 19U regional tournament that'll be played down here for an opportunity to make it to the state tournament. Not sure where the 16U tournament is for state, but I do know that the 19U state tournament is Viroqua. And if our Wild Turkey make it there, I'll be going with Steve Winterhack, and we'll try and set up a live stream and do the radio announcing. Steve Winterhack will be connecting with this site to do some of the broadcasts. Here we go to start off. Boston Damon, the shortstop, leads off. I'm mound for the Wild Turkeys. I got to get switched back into that mode. Wild Turkeys is going to be Mason Holtz, the lefty, on the mound. Bring ball in there. Boston Damon fouls that one off for strike two. Randy does the umpire behind the plate tonight, and on the bases is Kent Vandekoek. So very seasoned officials here in this game. Get all three of the cameras up working. That first one in there, that third pitch there by Mason Holtz is a ball. Just a little bit high. 1-2 is the count. Here's the next pitch. Gets him swinging on the outside and throwing it around is Hunter Camp, the catcher, for a strikeout.
He goes down swinging to the first out of the inning. Now, Caden Jimenez.
Mason Holtz with 4 pitches is able to get that first out here of the game. Facing one batter, 1 strikeout already. Brings up number... Oops, I forgot to write down the numbers. I did all the booking. I forgot to write down the numbers of their players. Number 3, Caden Jimenez. Jimenez is the second baseman here for post 146. Third field camera is a little bit dark. Third base camera, I should say. There's a strike, 2-1 to Jimenez. Beautiful night again for baseball. Temperatures just perfect. A little bit of a breeze blowing in. A little bit low, 3-1 is the count now to Jimenez. Here comes the pitch. Gets him swinging, 3-2. Here's the pitch by Holtz. Right down the middle for a strikeout looking goes Caden Jimenez. And the second strikeout for Mason Holtz. Brings up now the number 3 hitter for post 146, Alex Soto. Somehow I lost my field camera. That looks like somebody over there bumped something. Came back, so hopefully I'm not going to have that issue. I may have to run around. I know that I was thinking I brought the extra cords today just in case I had to set something up. That's going to be on the ground. Fielded there by Evan Sauer. Flips it over to Noah Gerritsen for the out. And 3 up, 3 down. I believe that was only the first pitch. No runs and no hits and no errors and nobody left on. Throws 3 up, 3 down. 12. Whoop. I had 15. Yeah, the first batter he had 4. Second. Oh, yeah, yep, 2. Yep, you're right, 12. I fault. Good job. Trying to get things all back in order again. 12 pitches total for Mason Holtz in that inning. It's a great Starter Mason. We'll be back here with the top of our bottom of the first inning. You're listening to Jeff Sauer here on Jeff's live stream. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Welcome back here to the Gus as we get ready here for the Wild Turkeys to take first at bats. They're going to be facing Nate Tisdale, pitcher for Beaver Dam. And I think what I noticed down there, I'm not sure if somebody is standing on the cords or just accidentally bumping them or what, but as soon as there's a little movement down there, that center field camera goes out. So apologize for that. So Mason Holtz, and then Austin Weiss and Noah Garrettson are your top three hitters here for the Wild Turkeys. Tisdale ready to deliver the first pitch. Ball just missed on the outside to Mason Holtz. Pitching tonight. That one goes for a strike. 1-1 is the count. First one must have been a little bit low because that certainly looked like to me that was a little bit further outside. Right down the middle, that's going to be hit up the gut. That's going to go right past the diving shortstop, and Mason Holtz is going to lead things out of the single.
Holtz leads off with the single to center, brings up second baseman Austin Weiss.
Brings up Austin Weiss here now for the Wild Turkeys. Perfect opportunity here for Weiss. Mason Holtz looks like he's going to stay in and run for himself at first. Here's the pitch. Strike. That was a little bit on the outside, I thought, but called a strike to Austin. And Austin's not going to take a swing at that first pitch anyways. It wouldn't matter if it's right down the plate or not. That's just not the style that Austin has been using since I've watched him. That's fastballs down low, all 1-1. Over at third base again is Mason Holtz reaching on the single. Here's the pitch in the dirt, knocked down there by the catcher. That's number 20, Alex Soto, behind the plate. 2-1 is the count to Austin Weiss. Well, that's what I like about having these experienced umpires here constantly giving us. You can hear what's going on down on the field. Weiss takes a cut at that one, fouls it off, makes it 2-2. Surprised to see that he didn't try and lay down a bunt. Austin has got great speed, and so does Mason Holtz. I would have thought that they would have tried to push him into scoring position right off the bat. Mason takes off, hit over to the right side for Austin Weiss, and that's going to allow Mason Holtz to get over to third. Bobbled out there by the right fielder. Going to field that, throw it in here. And the Wild Turkeys got something going there. Nice piece of hit there by Austin Weiss to get his single. Moves Mason and Holtz over to third base, and the Wild Turkeys got something rolling here right off the bat. Nobody out. Runners first and third, and again, Austin Weiss has good speed. Wouldn't surprise me to see him take off. Noah can be a bit patient here. Weiss trying to get a good lead. Doesn't much of a lead there. Holds inside and tight to Noah Garrettson. Ball one to Noah. Thought for sure, again, I thought I would see Weiss take off right away. Little gun shy. Tisdale must have a good move. Hit over to the gap in between short third and another single. So the Wild Turkeys have got things rolling here. With single after single after single. And they've got runners again at first and second. Scores Mason Holtz. So an RBI for Noah Garrettson. Brings up now number 20, Tyler Fromholtz. Fromholtz batting in the 4 spot. Must have things figured out after golfing early on, or for the high school season, coming back to play some baseball. Takes a swing at that curveball by Tisdale for a strike. Tries to bunt. Called a strike to Fromholtz. Fromholtz again with great speed. Now with 0-2 count. Expect to see him swing away, see if he can get something rolling here. Weiss over at second. Garrettson is over at first. Noah is not known for his speed, and that's okay. He's the pitcher, and he does hitting when he needs to. That's a ball on the outside, nibbling away. Nobody out here for the Wild Turkeys. 2-10 has things rolling, scoring right off the bat. Comes the pitch. On the outside, gets him swinging for the first out. Brings up number 25, Evan Sauer. Sauer down in the 5th spot. Here comes the pitch. Weiss takes off. They're going to try and gun him. He's going to get in there as it bounces. And a stolen base for Austin Weiss, and Noah Garrettson fills up on the delay.
Stolen base for Weiss and Garrettson.
Runners now at second and third with only one out here for the Wild Turkeys. A perfect opportunity here for Ev just to make some contact and give an opportunity here for outside for a ball. 2-0. Wasn't sure what that first pitch was when I saw Austin taking off. That kind of caught me by surprise. Here's the next pitch. Got it. Dribble out to left center, or left field down the line, and there's going to score at least 2 because Garrettson's come around, and Sauer does a great job of getting a double and scoring 2 for the Wild Turkeys.
Sauer with a 2 RBI double to left. Now batting, number 9.
3-0 here for the Wild Turkeys. And most of the time I would say, yes, we're sitting in good shape, but I've seen these Wild Turkeys fall apart. Swing there by the freshman, sophomore now, Jake Krieger, for a strike. Tisdale doing a good job of throwing strikes. Here's the pitch. Hit hard by Krieger. Down the left field line. He hits in there for a single. Coming home is the play coming. Diving. Nice job there by Sauer. And advancing on the throw is going to be Krieger. So he gets single and advances on the throw. Nice job there by Jake Krieger. Good piece of hitting. Evan Sauer, great base running. Not making a mistake and getting down right away. So only one out here in 4 spot put up already here for the Wild Turkeys. First pitch to Dane Stelsel is a strike. From what I was watching, Dane from the high school season, the Legion season, has done a remarkable job of hitting. Here's one popped up. Could be a little trouble as it's going to get into center. Picked off there by the center fielder for post 146. That's Logan Thomas who's going to get under it. So for the second out. Brings up center fielder for the Wild Turkeys, Bryant, face number 1. Ferris now a sophomore as well. Here comes the pitch. Right down the middle, Ferris drills that to the third baseman. Decides to run on it. Ferris, good hustle, but it's thrown out. Nice play there by the third baseman. That's going to be...
Ferris grounds out to third for the third out of the inning.
I don't have the number 5 position here, so I must have missed a number here. Third baseman is Landon Semro.
4 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 1 left on base.
So 4 runs
1 inning is
on
Waupun.
4 hits, 5 hits,
22 pitches.
1 left on, and no errors. So the Wild Turkeys jump out to a 4-0 lead here after 1. We'll be back here for the top of the second. You're listening to Jeff Sauer here on Jeff's live stream from the Gus in Waupun. Burns, the left fielder, and a good job there for the first base hit for the Wild Turkeys is Logan Thomas.
Thomas leads off the second with a double. Brings up pitcher number 14, Nate Tisdale. Westover on deck.
Tyler Fromholz misread that one out there and left as the wind was playing tricks on it. Thought he had it, then misjudged it. Ends up being a double as it goes over his head by Thomas. Brings up now the pitcher for post 146, Nate Tisdale. Breaking ball there by Mason Holtz. For a strike. Here's the next pitch. On the outside edge. That looked pretty good, but that's going to be called a ball. 1-1. Here's the pitch by Fromholtz. Camp picks it up, fires it. Almost had him thrown out as Thomas. Good speed there, Logan Thomas, to get over to third on that drop pitch right here in front.
Thomas advances on the steal.
2-1 is the cut to Tisdale. With a runner at third base here now for post 1-6. Fouls that one off. Makes it 2-2. Here's the pitch by Fromholtz. Breaking ball doesn't break. Stays up high. Gets it to a full count. Trying to see what they had down there for Tisdale on pitch count. 21. Is that what you had? Was 21 on the pitch? Breaking ball hangs, and he ends up walking him. Runners now at first and third. Brings up James Westover, the right fielder. Left-handed hitter as well.
Tisdale walks. Brings up the fielder number 7, James Westover.
Courtesy runner coming in, and that's number 17, Alex Woods.
Courtesy runners number 17, Alex Woods.
Coming in for post 146. Saw Alex, hockey player. Strike. Throws down to third to hold the runner. Lets Woods get a stolen base.
Woods steals second.
0-1 is out. Woods has a huge lead. That one's going to be fouled off, making it 0-2 to Westover. Mason in a little bit of a jam here already here in the second inning with runners at second and third. Fouled off by Westover. Still in the 0-2. Looking for his first out here in the inning. Breaking ball goes outside. 1-2. Good pitch to see if he could get Westover to chase. Did not. Here comes the next pitch. High. Ball 2. 2-2 is the count now to Westover. The right field for post 146. Fromholtz ready to deliver it to Hunter Camp. Catcher, stay inside, gets a full count. Full count here for Mason Holtz, trying to get his first out of this inning. Foul that off to the left-hand side, out of play. Nice job by Westover, protecting at the plate. And there's a great pitch by Fromholtz, throwing a little bit of a breaking ball there. Here's the pitch. And walks him. Head 0-2 and loses him. Now bases are loaded. No place to put anybody.
Brings up number 2, Evan Sharkey.
Number 2, Evan Sharkey, who is the left fielder coming up to bat. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch. Right there for strike. Strike gets away, but the runner stays at third. Camp gets there quickly. Head 0-2 in the count. Sharkey is the number 7 hitter in the lineup. Comes a pitch. Right there for a strikeout. That's exactly what Tyler Fromholtz needed. First out brings up Cale Schmuel.
Number 11, Cale Schmuel. Summerall on deck.
Number 8 hitter turns the bunt. Suicide squeeze. Nobody ever on the rotation, so not only do they get a perfect suicide, they also score the run, get it as an infield hit.
Suicide squeeze. Brings Thomas.
Beautiful play by post 146. I should have hit my instant replay button on that one, but it wasn't quick enough to get there, so my apologies, and I forgot to hit the plate button as well. You can see most of it. You just see he didn't make the throw. That pitch is inside and a stolen base by Woods. I don't understand how that executed, but it did.
Woods steals home for the second round of the inning for Beaver Dam.
Move up now to second and third. I have no idea. Landon Semro still up to bat. 1-0 is the count. Strike to Semro. Having problems with that center field camera there, folks. Sorry about that. Right up the middle, off of the glove of Fromholtz. Fromholtz knocks it down, goes over to first. Gerritsen picks it, drops it. Check. Thought it was on the transfer. Coach think he's asking about it. Runner did not advance. Error to Gerritsen. He thought that Coach Thankey thought it was on the transfer. I thought it might have been as well, but Not how it was ruled on the field. Bases are loaded with 1 out. Bring the top of the order, Boston Damon. Knocked down by Camp. In the dirt for a ball. 1-0. It's exactly what I was talking about. I would have said before in the past with the Wild Turkeys with a 4-0 lead. I would say they were sitting in good shape, but that is not the case today. And it hasn't been the case all season. That's a strike on the side. 1-1 to Boston Dane. Again, I saw Boston play. He was a hockey player. Breaking ball in there for a strike. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Inside. Gets away from Camp, but runner holds at third. 2-2. Slapped over to the right-hand side. That's going to drop if Jake Krieger. That's going to score 1, maybe 2. Throwing up the line. Camp, nice throw by Krieger as he gets the tag out of the runner. Throw, good job there by Camp. Gets Schmuel.
Schmuel thrown out for the second out of the inning as well.
Good piece of hitting there by Boston Damon. So Semro must have advanced over to third. Taken off right away as Damon gets off of the glove of Camp. Coming home. Throw at home. Got him on the tag. Number 9. Semro goes down on that pitch. Or throw by the catcher on the wild pitch.
Semro thrown out at home for the third out of the inning.
Strands.
They scored 4-3.
I had him only. Did Westover score? Must have. Yeah, that's all they did. Scores 3.
Okay.
Yep. After 1.5 complete, or so in that inning, 1.
3 runs on 3 hits for Beaver in the inning. No errors, 2 left on base.
3 runs on 3 hits. No errors and 1 left on for post 146 as they come storming back here at the top of the second. And that score now here at the Gus is 4-3.
How many pitches does Game Changer have there?
Welcome back here to the Gus. Second pitch here from Tisdale in the bottom of the second inning. 2-0 to Hunter Camp.
Bringing out number 4, Hunter Camp.
Here's the next pitch right down the middle. Camp flares that one a little bit out to the right side. The second baseman's going to pick that up.
Camp pops out to the second baseman for the first out of the inning.
Having some major issues with my
Mason Sauer.
center field camera, so I'm going to have to run down there, I think, in between innings and see what's going on, see if I can fix it. And if I can't, then we'll just have to stick with the plate one. Right now it just keeps flashing in and out, so we're just going to stick right here. 0-1 is the count now to Mason Holtz. Pulls that one foul. He had a single the first time up at bat against Tisdale. So Camp flew out to the second baseman for the first out. 0-2 is the count to Mason Holtz. That pitch is a little bit low. 1-2. Fouled off by Holtz on that outside edge pitch there by Tisdale. Still keeps the count at 1-2 with one out. Wild Turkeys with a 4-3 lead. They put a 4 spot up in that first inning. Ball 2 by Tisdale. Tisdale steps off. Tries to get reset. Here comes the pitch. Inside and low. Full count. 3-2 with one out. Here in the top of the second. And Mason draws the walk, so he's back on base once again.
Draws the walk, brings up second baseman Austin Weiss.
Brings up number 8, Austin Weiss for the Wild Turkeys. Weiss, the second baseman, also had a single in the first inning. Did a good job of just reaching out and slapping it. Good lead over there by Mason Holtz. Tisdale. That's going to be popped up in the air over to the right fielder. And getting underneath it and making the out is James Westover.
Now batting number 13, Noah Garrett.
And as I had said before, I never hardly ever see Austin go after that. And he went after that first pitch. So ends up flying out. That kind of caught me by surprise. Brings up Noah Garrettson. Garrettson takes the first pitch for a strike. Breaking ball. Noah had an error over at first base. Thought he was making a transfer. They're saying he just dropped it outright. Here's the pitch. Fouls or drills that one off the handle. Good play there by the third baseman. A drop by the first baseman. That's going to allow for Mason Holtz to get over. Garrettson will stay. Not sure what we're going to rule that one. Error by the third baseman on the throw.
Brings up number 20, Tyler Fromholz.
2 down here in the second inning. Brings up Tyler Fromholz. Runners at first and third. I don't even think, even with this count, I don't expect to see Noah taken off, but we'll see. Here's the pitch by Tisdale. Strike on the outside edge to Fromholz. Ahead in the count, 0-1. Tisdale steps off. Garrettson playing games over there with Tisdale. Little blooper, that's going to go right to the shortstop, and he's going to get the third out.
Fromholz pops up to the shortstop for the third out of the inning. For the Wild Turkeys in the second.
No runs on no hits. One error and 2 left on for the Wild Turkeys.
2 complete. Waupun 4, Beaver Dam
After 2 innings complete here from the Gus, 4-3, the Wild Turkeys from post 210 with the lead over post 146. We'll be back here for the top of the third. You're listening to Jeff Sauer here on Jeff's Live Streams. All right, welcome back. Had to do a little bit of switching with some plugs. We'll see how long this will last. But got that center field camera working now. Jimenez draws a walk, gets a runner on first. Jimenez takes off, Camp fires it down to Weiss. Not in time, stolen base by Caden Jimenez.
Jimenez steals second.
Jimenez now sitting over at second base. Mason Holtz from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Fouls that one off, makes it 0-2 to Soto. outside for a ball. 1-2. DeSoto. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Staying alive in there. Number 20, Alex Soto, the catcher. Mason Holtz doing a good job of battling back here. Struggled there a little bit in the second. Had some defensive mistakes that hurt. Here's the pitch. Right on the outside for a strike and gets him with a strikeout looking.
Soto for the first out of the third. Brings up center fielder Logan Thomas.
Brings up Logan Thomas, number 15, center fielder. Sauer sneaks over to try and hold at second with Jimenez sitting there. Jimenez with a huge leap. Good strike there by Mason. It's got to be tough with his breaking ball to a left-handed hitter. Thomas, though, had hit a hard ball. He got the double to get things started in the last inning. Carried over Tyler Fromholtz's head. His head now 0-2. Jimenez again over there at second base. Here's the pitch. Lays off that high pitch for a ball. 1-2. Good pitch there by Fromholtz. Thought he was going to get him to chase. By Mason Holtz. Sorry about that, Mason. Sauer jumps over to try and hold him at second. Right on the outside edge. Gets him with a strikeout.
Thomas goes down swinging to the second of the inning. Brings up number 14, Nate.
Strikeout looking for Logan Thomas. Gets a second out. Surprised that there's such a strong fan base cheering down below here, but it is Beaver Dam Waupun. Number 14, Nate Tisdale, ended up getting on with a walk. Nice pitch there by Fromholtz. Up 1-1 is the count. After Jimenez drew a walk, he's gotten 2 strikeouts looking. So Mason coming right back just like he started. That's going to be slapped at by Tisdale for a strike. 1-2 with 2 outs. Mason ready to deliver from the stretch. Here's the pitch. High and outside for a ball. Makes it 2-2. Deuces are wild up on the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Mason Holtz looking to sit him down. Nate Tisdale, the opposing pitcher, right down the middle. That's going to be hit hard over towards Tyler Fromholtz, but the shortstop Evan Sauer is going to come in and make the play for the out.
Tisdale bops out to shortstop for the third out of the inning.
No runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. After 2.5 complete, your score is 4-3. Wild Turkeys from post 210 with the lead over post 146 from Beaver Dam. We'll be back here for the bottom of the third. You're listening to Jeff Sauer here on Jeff's live stream from the Gus in Waupun. welcome back here to the Gus. Evan Sauer leading off here for the Wild Turkeys. Hits one hard out into left. And making the catch is the left fielder, Evan Sharkey, for post 146. So the long fly out for Sauer. First out. So one pitch, swings at it, drills it out into left. Brings up Jake Krieger. Krieger with a single and an RBI the last time. First pitch in there is a strike. Here's the pitch. Hit on the ground to the shortstop, booted as I think the third baseman got in his way, blocking his sight. Couldn't pick up that ball quite with the third baseman, so it was going to reach on the error, I'm assuming. It's a tough hit.
Krieger reaches on the air. Rings up third baseman number 23, Dane Stelzo.
Wild Turkeys don't really care how they get on base, but they're on base, so Jake Krieger now sitting over at first. Brings up Dane Stelsel. First pitch to Stelsel, a little bit outside for a ball. Krieger with a good lead. Right off the edge. Gets that secondary. Stelsel hits it on the ground to the shortstop. He picks it up, flips it over, tries to throw it to his second baseman, and it slipped out of his hand and doesn't get the double play, so it's a fielder's choice.
The fielder's choice for the second inning. Brings up center fielder Bryant Ferris.
Second out of the inning on the flip from the shortstop over to the second baseman. Shortstop is Boston Damon. He flipped it over to Caden Jimenez. It slipped out of Jimenez's hand. Brings up Brian Ferris now here to try and see if he can get his first hit. Pitch in there to Ferris is a strike. With two down, Tisdale ahead in the count now, 0-1. Outside and high for a ball. Bryant was able to lay off of that one. Good job here by the center fielder for the Wild Turkeys. Stelsel over at first base. That's in the dirt, knocked down there by Soto. Makes the count 2-1 to Bryant Ferris. Here's the pitch, breaking ball, hit by Ferris over to the third baseman. Fields it cleanly, flips it over to Jimenez over at second to get the force.
Third for the third out of the inning. No runs on no hits.
No runs, no hits, one error, and nobody left on. So Wild Turkeys still hold on to the lead, 4-3 here after 3 complete. You're listening to Jeff Sauer here on Jeff's live stream. We'll be back here for the top of the fourth when post 146 from Beaver Dam will be coming up to bat. welcome back here to the Gus as we get ready here for the top of the fourth inning. Mason Holtz ready to deliver to James Westover, number 7. 1-0. Going from the windup, right down the middle for a strike. 1-1. Here's the next pitch. Fouled off. Good breaking ball there. Westover fouls it off. Brings the count to 1-2. Mason needs to continue to be efficient here. Camp looking over. Here comes the pitch. Gets him swinging for the strikeout on a fastball.
Westover goes down swinging
For the first out of the post 146.
Number 2, Evan Sharkey.
Brings up number 2, Evan Sharkey. Sharkey struck out in the second. Swinging on that first pitch. Strike 1. Mason Holtz getting ahead of the count right off the bat. Here's the next one. On the outside edge, ahead 0-2. Sharkey's the left fielder for post 146. Here comes Mason. Breaking ball. Ooh, thought he had him on that outside edge. Certainly looked like it, but hung out just a little bit. 1-2 with 1 out. Here comes the next pitch. Right there on the inside edge for a strikeout for Mason Holtz. Gets him looking for the second out.
Second strikeout of the inning for Holtz. Now batting first baseman Cale Schmuel.
Brings up number 11, the first baseman Cale Schmuel. Schmuel had a single and then got thrown out at home on a great play by Jay Krieger out in right field. Behind in the count right now, 1-0. On the outside edge, just a little bit low, is 2-0. From the windup, here comes Mason Holtz. Right on the same spot almost. This time it's a strike. Had raised it just a little bit. Randy Armga behind the plate calls it a strike. 2-1. Here's the next pitch. Breaking ball off of the glove, but that should squirt over to Sauer. Sauer picks it up, fires over to Garrettson, and gets the out. Good play there by Evan Sauer over at short.
Field rounds out to the shortstop for the third out of the inning. No runs on
Strange play. I think it's going to count as a 1-6-3. So it went off of the glove of the pitcher for the third out. No runs on and no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. 12 pitches in that inning for Mason Holtz. 68 total after 4. 3.5 complete here from the Gus. The score is 4-3. Wild Turkeys of post 210 here in Waupun. From the Gus, you're listening to Jeff Sauer here on Jeff's live stream. We'll be back for the bottom of the 4th when the Wild Turkeys come up to bat. Here to the Gus as we get ready here for the bottom of the 4th. Leading off for the Wild Turkeys from post 210 is going to be Hunter Camp, the catcher for the Wild Turkeys. First pitch in there from Tisdale is a ball. Here's the pitch. Inside check swing right over to Tisdale. Tisdale's going to pick it up. Camp's going to go down for the first out.
Camp rounds out to the pitcher for the first out of the inning.
Brings up leadoff hitter for the Wild Turkeys, number 12, Mason Holtz. Here's the first pitch by Tisdale to Holtz. That's going to also be a dribbler over to him. He's going to pick that up. Almost threw it away, but a good job there by the first baseman to reach up and grab it.
Holtz rounds out the pitcher as well.
So a repeat of the same play with Hunter Camp for the second out.
Now batting second baseman Austin Weiss.
Brings up Austin Weiss. Second baseman here for the Wild Turkeys. In the dirt there for a ball. See if Austin goes back to his disciplined hitting style. Doesn't hit for power, but he can hit the ball and place it where he needs to. Ball 2. One of those super seniors come back to play for the Wild Turkeys. Was great. Austin came up also on the 4th of July, spent some vacation time over at our campsite up in Phillips. It was great. It's about the 3rd year in a row, I think, that they've joined us up there. 3-0 is the count to Austin. The Bags champion. Right down the middle for a strike. Three and 1. 2 outs. Tisdale with a delivery for post 146. Right down the middle again. Austin taken all the way. 3 and 2. Here comes the pitch. Tisdale's not liking what's being called, so Weiss steps out. Asks them to reset. Here comes the pitch by Tisdale. Spikes it into the dirt, and that allows Austin Weiss to get on with a walk. So a Wild Turkey on the bases. Austin again with really good speed.
Noah Garrettson.
Over there at first base. Noah Garrettson coming up. He's been on base twice. Hit a single and then an error. Weiss has a tight lead. I'm surprised that he doesn't have a bigger lead than that. First pitch, a breaking ball in there to Noah Garrett's for a strike. Garrettson. Sorry about that, Noah. Noah also spent a little bit of time. Him and Austin, good friends and friends with Caleb, so they came up and spent some time. Austin does not have much of a lead, though. Timeout by Garrettson. Surprised that Austin doesn't have a little bit more of a lead over there. Hopefully he'll have a chance to come back and take a look at this. Here's the pitch on the outside edge for a strike. Noah didn't like that call, but acknowledges that it's a strike. Here comes the pitch from Tisdale. 2 outs. Weiss takes off, and a strike 3. Weiss would have been in there, but it didn't matter because of the strikeout.
Garrettson strikes out for the 3rd out of the inning.
No runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on.
1 left on base, we're up on.
After 4 complete, your score is 4-3. Post 210, Wild Turkeys over post 146. We'll be back for the top of the 5th. Welcome back here to the Gus. First pitch, line drive right at Evan Sowers. Landon Semro, the third baseman, lines out. For the first out, so one pitch, one out. Brings up the top of the order, Boston Damon. Shortstop. He's going to take a swing at that first pitch just over the head of Austin Weiss in there for a single. Nice piece of hitting there by Boston.
Damon singles to second.
On base for the second time. That's his second hit of the game as well.
Soto on deck.
Brings up Caden Jimenez. Mason Holtz going to go from the stretch. It doesn't matter to Boston Damon. He had a huge lead there. Throws it back over. Forces him to dive in there. Takes a good secondary once again as the Damon. Time is called by Jimenez. One out here in the top of the fifth. Wild Turkey's holding on to a one-run lead. Damon takes off. It looks like they got him. Throws over. Gets in there safe as the throw was high by Garrettson as they had him.
Damon steals second.
Good pick over there by Mason Holtz to throw over to first. But Garrettson ends up throwing it high and over towards Weiss. Unable to get the tag down. And Damon's in at second base with one out. That's his, I think it's only his first stolen base. Turns to bunt for a ball, 1-0. To Jimenez. Jimenez struck out looking in the first, had a walk in the third. Here comes the pitch. Little bit high for ball two. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a strike. 2-1. With one out, Boston Damon sitting over at first base or at second base. Wild Turkeys with a one-run lead, 4-3. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike, ahead 2-2. Good job there by Hunter Camp, the catcher for Wild Turkeys, to knock that down. Keep it in front of him. Damon once again sitting over there at second. Here's the pitch. A ball. Full count. It's a little bit close to not be protecting, but Damon with a good lead. Sauer sneaks in behind him. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. Slapped that there by Jimenez. Goes foul. Keeps it at a full count. Good pitch there by Mason Holtz. Mason once again getting ready to deliver here from the stretch. Fires a fastball. That's going to be fouled off. I think that caught umpire Randy Armga. Good job there by Hunter Camp to walk out. Give Randy a chance to get himself back after getting hit by that ball. Giving each other some time to get things back. That's that unwritten rule and the courtesy between the catcher and the home plate umpire. 3-2 still is the count. Randy Armga hollers out with one out. Mason Holtz from the stretch. Pitcher for the Wild Turkeys. Boston Damon sitting over at second base for post 146. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Nice pitch there by Mason to come back hard and get him looking for the second out. Brings up number 20, Alex Soto.
Number 20, Alex Soto.
Soto, the catcher for post 146. Haven't had a chance. Didn't talk much about putting stuff in the chat today. I apologize for that. Fouls that one off for a strike. Here comes the pitch. Ahead of the count, 0-1. Mason Holtz from the stretch, ready to deliver. That's going to be hard hit, but right at Sauer for the line out and getting the third out.
Lines out to the shortstop for the third out of the inning.
No runs on one hit, no errors, and one left on.
No errors, one left on base.
After 4.5 complete, the Wild Turkeys of Post 210 here from Waupun up 4-3 over Post 146. We'll be back here for the bottom of the fifth when coming up to bat for the Wild Turkeys. It's going to be Tyler Fromholtz, Evan Sauer, and Jake Krieger. Welcome back here to bottom of the fifth inning. Nate Tisdale, the pitcher for Post 146, at bat for the Wild Turkeys at Post 210, number 20. Tyler Fromholtz looks in there for a strike from Tisdale. Tisdale's been very efficient so far tonight. That's a ball, just goes outside of the glove of Soto. Haven't seen Soto miss too many. 1-1 is the count. Here's the next pitch. Right down the middle, fouled off by Fromholtz. 1-2, Tisdale's ahead once again. Had Tisdale down for 58 pitches so far. He's only got 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. He's given up 6 hits, most of those in the first inning. Fromholtz goes down swinging for the strikeout.
Fromholtz strikes out for the first out of the inning.
1 down.
Brings up the shortstop, Evan Sauer.
Brings up the 5-hitter in the lineup. That's going to be Evan Sauer for the Wild Turkeys. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, gets past Soto. Sauer in the first inning hit a hard double right down the line. Next time flew out to the left fielder, but hit the ball hard once again. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. It's going to be pop blooper over towards the right side. Hustling over there is the second baseman, Jimenez, to make the play.
Sauer pops out to the second baseman for the second out of the inning.
Good play there by Jimenez.
Fielder number 9.
Sorry about missed clicking on that plate camera. Brings up number 9, Jake Krieger. Here's the pitch to Krieger. Ball low. Krieger's been on twice. Reached with a single in the first, an error in the third. Be nice to keep that streak rolling, get him back on base. Pop fly into the infield. First baseman goes for it and gets the out.
Krieger pops out to
No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on as they go down in 3 straight. Wild Turkeys and post 146 from Beaver Dam after 5.5 complete, 4-3. We'll be back here for the bottom of the 5th with the Wild Turkeys looking to hold post 146 to those 3 runs. Welcome back here to the Gus, leading things off for post 146, hit hard. Right over to Jake Krieger, gets underneath it and gets the out. Dang, I thought I had clicked on that plate. He hit that ball hard and it flew out right towards the flag over there. Jake Krieger gets underneath it right about at the warning track. Logan Thomas drilled that one, but it flies out for the first out. Brings up Nate Tisdale, the pitcher. Fouls that one from flying right back here towards the score box. Strike 1 to Nate Tisdale. Here's the pitch. He offered at that one, gets him ahead of the count, 0-2. Nate Tisdale, very efficient, 66 pitches. He's going to be able to make it through the entire game. He'd really have to lay a huge egg not to get through the next 2 innings. Armga cleaning off the plate. Looks like that one caught Hunter Camp a little bit. Here comes the pitch. Hit right over the head of Fromholtz, picked up there by Weiss. Tyrants fires, good scoop there by Noah Garrettson to get the out. Nice job, Noah and Weiss. What a great combination they've had together for 3 years. And then coming back as super seniors, making the same play again. 4-3 on the putout. Brings up James Westover. 2 down here so far. Strike out there by number 7 from post 146. Mason needs to be efficient here and see if he can get him himself to hold on and see if he can get another inning. Gets him swinging again for the second strike on that breaking ball. That's got to be nasty looking at it as a left-handed hitter. Betting he's going to come right back to it. 0-2 is the count with 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. Fastball, he goes instead for a strike. Surprised that he did not stay right there and go with the breaking ball. He had him twice missing bad. Instead he comes back with the fastball. I would expect that breaking ball right here. Come back with that hard curve. Gets him swinging, gets away from Camp, and he's going to get there on the strikeout, but still reaches on the pass ball.
Westover strikes out, but reaches on the pass ball.
So he perfectly had it there, but now needed that to really stay efficient in this inning.
Now for Beaver Dam's left fielder, Evan Sharkey.
Evan Sharkey has struck out both times that he has faced inside for a ball. He's gotten him twice swinging, or once by looking and once by swinging, so I would hope that he would just stay within himself. Right down the middle for a strike and a foul ball. 1-1. Throw back over to hold Westover. Takes off. Gets a stolen base. It's going to make him pay for that mistake. Count is 2-1 now. Here's the pitch to Sharkey on the outside edge, 2-2. Deuces are wild up on that scoreboard for Mason Holtz, the pitcher for post 210 for the Wild Turkeys. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Coming here to deliver in the 6th. Right down the middle, hammers that over towards the right side. Jake Krieger again comes up and fires the ball home. Reaches for him. Got him on the foot, but they're going to call him safe, and it's going to be a tie game as that throw came up the line a little bit. And a nice job there by excuse me, James Westover to score. Good piece of hitting there by Evan Sharkey as well. Ends up staying at first. Brings up number 11.
First baseman,
Cale Schmuel up to bat. Tie game 4-4 here in the top of the 6th. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle. Ahead. 1-1. Schmuel had a single and then ended up grounding out to the shortstop. Sharkey dives back in. Takes off. Fouls that one off. Is Schmuel ahead in the count now for Mason Holtz, 1-2 with 2 outs. Westover taken off. Throws over. Sharkey getting off again with a huge lead. Slide step hit over towards Weiss. Weiss is going to field that cleanly and flip it over to Garrettson to get the out, but not before post 146 is able to score the tying run. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on.
1 left on base for post 146.
Post 146 ties it up 4-4 here after 5.5 complete from the Gus in Waupun. You're listening to Jeff Sauer here on Jeff's live stream. We'll be back for the bottom of the 6th where the Wild Turkeys need to get those bats rolling. Welcome back here to the Gus. Coming up for post 210, the Wild Turkeys from Waupun is going to be number 23, Dane Stelsel, the third baseman for the Wild Turkeys. Dane has hit the ball both times he's seen it. Here's a chance here now to get on base and help out his team as the tying run just came in for post 146 from Beaver Dam. First pitch by Nate Tisdale's a ball. Here comes the pitch. Inside, ball 2. Need runners however they can get them on. 2-0. Here's the count, or here's the pitch from Nate Tisdale. Down the middle. Flies that over to the right side, and going to get it as the right fielder for Beaver Dam. That's going to be James Westover. He's going to get the first out. Brings up Bryant Ferris, center fielder for the Wild Turkeys. Here comes the pitch. Ferris tried to bunt it, dropped the bat head too much, and ended up pop flying it over the score box here for a strike. Wild Turkeys haven't laid down a bunt. Post 146 from Beaver Dam did a suicide. Was able to score on it. Here comes the pitch. Hits Ferris, and he's going to get on base. He did a nice job of staying in there instead of diving out.
Ferris hit by a pitch, advances it.
Puts a runner on first. Ferris has good speed as well. That's going to bring up the catcher,
Number 4, Hunter Camp.
Hunter Camp.
Holtz on deck.
Tisdale is in great shape for pitching here in the 6th. He'll be able to easily go into the 7th. Where Mason Holtz has 97 pitches, he can only pitch 8 more pitches. Ferris outside by Tisdale for a ball to Hunter Camp. Ferris is sitting over at first base, trying to pick up the signals from Coach Stanky. Good lead over there. High snap throw. Ferris gets back in there. 2-0 is the count. That was a good play there by, I think that's Soto. Is the catcher. Alex Soto throws down. He almost had Ferris as Ferris was caught leaning. Tisdale. Bunt again high. 3-0 to Hunter Camp. An opportunity here to put another Wild Turkey on the bases. Got Ferris sitting over there at first. Good secondary lead. Teasing Tisdale. And there's the walk that's drawn by Camp. Now we've got Wild Turkeys at first and second. Brings off the leadoff hitter for the Wild Turkeys. And that's going to be Mason Holtz.
Number 12, Mason Holtz.
Coach is going to go out there and have a conversation with Tisdale. While we're doing that, we're going to take a quick break here as well. We'll be back as soon as the coaches' meeting is over. Well, it looks like my center field camera is going nutso again. Somebody stepped on my cord, I think, over there. So we're going to end up sticking here with the plate one for right now. First pitch in to Mason Holtz is a strike. Coach went out there, probably told him, just throw strikes. Hit on the ground. Going to be fielded. He's going to fire over at first. Pulls the foot. He ends up being safe. Surprised that he didn't try and flip that over to second. Now Wild Turkeys are all over the bases. On the error by the shortstop.
Now batting number 8, Austin Weiss.
Brings up Austin Weiss here for the Wild Turkeys. Bases are full of Wild Turkeys here. Chance for Austin Weiss. First pitch up there's a ball. Here comes the next pitch. Ooh, I thought it was outside. I ended up called it a strike. 1-1 to Austin with only one down. First baseman is drawn in. Here's the pitch. Outside. 2-1 for Austin Weiss. Going from the stretch. Here's the pitch. On the outside edge. Austin thought that was going to be a ball, but it's the same call as was called before for a strike. 2-2 with 1 out. Chance here for Austin Weiss with bases loaded. Here comes the pitch by Nate Tisdale. Fouled off by Weiss. Fighting that one off. Post 146 tied it up here in the top of the frame. Wild Turkey's trying to take the lead again. Swings at that breaking ball and ends up going down swinging. Brings up Noah Garrettson to hit for the Wild Turkeys.
Number 13, Noah Garrettson.
Here comes the pitch to Garrettson. Ball on the outside. Bases loaded here. Here's an opportunity. Again, Garrettson went down looking in the fourth, but reached base the first 2 innings. Hits that hard. Fair ball down the line. That's going to score at least 2. Garrettson comes and pulls it out. He's going to get the double. Playing at third. No way. And Garrettson comes through with a double.
Garrettson with the 2 RBI double.
Scores Ferris and Camp. Puts 2 more runs across for the Wild Turkeys, and now they stretch their lead to 6-4. Runner still in scoring position at second and third. It's going to bring up number 20, Tyler Fromholtz.
Number 20, Tyler Fromholtz.
2 is going to come in as a courtesy runner. Yep, 2 in for 13 to run. So that's Brady White coming in to run for Noah Garrettson.
White entering as a pitch runner for Noah Garrettson.
I'm assuming that he'll end up re-entering Noah back in. Everybody knows it's no secret. Noah's not a speed burner, an ace out there. It hasn't ever been. But he hits the ball, makes contact, plays his position really well, and his number 1 position is to be the pitcher. So he's done his job. Here comes that pitch. Tisdale. Ball 1. Strike 1-1 is the count to Tyler Fromholtz. Wild Turkeys again with a 2-run lead. Here comes the pitch. Bunt opportunity there by Fromholtz. Misses it. Makes it 1-2. Good idea there by Tyler, called by Coach Stanky. See if he could force. No, all the corners are back. So Fromholtz could have executed that, and with his speed. 1-2 with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. High, making it 2-2. Deuces are wild. Here is an opportunity for Tyler Fromholtz. Fouls that one off just over the shoulder of Armga. Good battle up there by Tyler Fromholtz and Nate Tisdale. Well, the Wild Turkeys taking a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Fromholtz drills that one foul. He was all over that. Pulled it hard. Wild Turkeys have done this all with 1 hit. Had a hit by pitch and a walk and an error. Here's the pitch. Hit hard right up the middle. There's going to be a chance to score 2 more runs. Good play there by the shortstop, though, to go get that.
Nice play by the shortstop for the 3rd out of the inning.
Gets the 3rd out. I thought for sure he was going to be able to beat that out.
1 error.
2 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left on for the Wild Turkeys. After 6, the score is 6-4 here for the Wild Turkeys. We'll be back.
pitch counts?
For who?
Hey, I gotta add up his yet.
Got 97 for Holtz. And they have 92.
Yeah, 92.
92
In 97?
and 97.
92 and 97 is what I got. Yep. You got 97.
Good try. Welcome back here to the Gus. Leading off for post 146 from Beaver Dam is the number 9 hitter, number 9, Landon Semro. Pitch in there for a strike. Mason Holtz is sitting at 97. That makes 98 right there. So he needs to be very efficient here to see what he can do. Help save some pitching for the Wild Turkeys. Fouls that one off ahead of 0-2. He cannot play games with his hitters. He doesn't have a choice but to go after him if he wants to stay in this game and go pitcher of record. It's 99 pitches there. Here's the next pitch. Breaking ball fouled off. 100 even. 5 more pitches left here for Mason. If he can get the out here, throw 3 strikes in a row and get the out, he could finish the game. Here's the pitch on the outside edge for the strikeouts there. There's one thing happened. Brings up Boston Damon now, the leadoff hitter for the Beaver Dam, post 146.
Boston Damon.
Damon has been on base 2 of the 3 times. He had a single and a single with a stolen base. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. There's a 102 on the pitch count. Needs to be efficient right here. Gets him again. 103.
All about this pitch.
Right here's the pitch. He's got to have it. 0-2 is the count. Gets him swinging. Hits him. Picks up. He's out because the ball hit him while he was running. So that gives Mason Holtz the opportunity with 104 on the pitch count.
Damon strikes out for the second out of the inning.
Brings up Caden Jimenez.
Second baseman, number 3, Caden Jimenez.
Jimenez. Last hitter that Mason's going to face no matter what happens here. Be nice if he could finish the game, getting him out of it, get the complete game and the win here with his Wild Turkeys helping him out. Ooh, that backdoor curve sure looked like that was a good pitch there, but called a ball. 1-0. Jimenez has been pretty efficient as well. Take that back. He struck out twice looking, so he needs to go. Mason needs to go after him. They should have not changed his strategy. Just told him keep firing. Fouls that one off. 2-1 is the count. Six to 4, the Wild Turkeys with the lead here in the top of the 7th, looking to pull out a victory over Beaver Dam post 146. Right down the middle for a strike. 2-2. Deuces are wild here for number 12, Mason Holtz, the pitcher for the Wild Turkeys. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, trying to finish the game, and he gets him swinging and he tags him out, and Mason Holtz gets the victory.
Strikes out to end the game.
Good job there by post 210 of the Wild Turkeys. 6-4 is your final score.
6-4.
That's going to be the 12th strikeout for Mason Holtz. 3 walks, gave up 5 hits, gave up 4 runs in his 107 pitches. Tisdale gave up 7 hits, gave up 6 runs, 4 of them earned, 4 strikeouts, and 3 walks. And a good outing also by Nate Tisdale, but the Wild Turkeys from post 210 sneak out the victory here over post 146. You're listening to Jeff Sauer here on Jeff's Livestream. Hope you've enjoyed this broadcast. We're going to be down here all weekend broadcasting the 16U American Legion tournament here from Waupun. Regional play starts tomorrow at 11 o'clock. We'll be down here to set up and be ready to broadcast that first game. Thanks again for listening. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. Take care. God bless. I can't wait to see you